ClickUp bundle. This is one of my most used templates and one of my favorites. It's very dynamic. You can see here when it comes in, once you download it, it's going to come in as just a single list, but there are actually a lot of views here and it's very dynamic. I've set up a lot of automations to make this flow really well. So just to give you a little background into my process, what I've done is created a Zap through Zapier that as soon as someone fills out a form on my website, they go into Honeybook and they also come into here. So they will automatically, like let's just say I just inquired on my own website. I'm going to come in here. When I come in, I am going to automatically have this status as first contact. All of the statuses here I've already set, so nurturing, spicy hot, the proposal's been sent, or they're active, and then I have an option for they are closed and lost or closed and won. So this is technically something that we use after they're active. So I'll walk through that once we go through active clients here. But what you'll do is go in and put their inquiry date, their industry, social handle, the source. I have a few options here. If you want to edit these options, you can go here to add options and mess with those. Enrollment status, I have enrolled, still deciding, and no for now. Again, you can edit these options as well. And then I have an offer fit. So this is something that you will need to go and edit just to make it more aligned with your business, but this is just kind of where I see them falling in and kind of what I'm nurturing them for. And then this due date. So I left this in here. You've probably noticed on the other tutorials, ClickUp does not want to task yourself to maybe remember to follow up. That's what this is for. You don't always have to use it, but I wanted to leave it there. This is just for any comments about them, and then you can just check off if you've had a discovery call with them. Now you'll notice if you click in, I actually usually keep a communication log right here. I link their discovery call, Google document here, and just keep everything that I need. I can also chat with my team about them here. You'll notice there are a lot of fields here. Some of these would not be relevant if they have not been signed on yet. For example, account value, address, loss reason. If you do end up, moving them to loss, you can go and say like why. You can add or edit options here. I like to keep track of that just to see if there's any trends as to why I'm not signing on people. Next steps, you can select next steps here. And yeah, a lot of this stuff will come on when I talk about onboarding. So you can put their website here as well. So this is my just kind of lead tracker. I'll add people in if I interact with them on Instagram. I can move them to spicy hot, and then I can say, okay, the proposal's been sent, and that way I know like, okay, these are the proposals that are out right now. I need to follow up with them, and so on. So let's say that Gracie decides to move forward. What I do is I move her to active, and what you'll see happens is she disappears from the lead tracker. She goes over to this active client system, and you'll see that now it has this little checkbox here. That is an automation that I created with a onboarding checklist. So that automatically pops up every time someone is moved over to active. So how you do that is you would just go to add a checklist, and you could just call it whatever you want and go to create checklist. So call it onboarding checklist. You would go through and, put all the steps, remove from Slack, go through all the steps, or that would be offboarding, but still, you get my point. Create the steps here, go up here to the 3 dots and go to the template center and go to save as template. So what you would just call this would be like new client template. And then you would just press save. And it creates my template. You're going to go up to your automations and say add automation, and which it actually is, and I'm wondering how this comes over for you guys. It's already set up, so you may only have to change. So if you go to manage automations, this is it right here. When status changes, then apply a template. You can probably go in here and just select your template that you created and just press save. So that's how I would suggest doing that. So all you have to do is make the checklist, save it as a template, and then go and edit this automation here. So that is a great feature because it just makes it really easy for my team to make sure that we're onboarding. A lot of this has already been filled out. It's going to come over when she moves over to the active clients. But offers purchase, this is where, let's say she originally signs on for like one-on-one coaching, and then maybe later on she does brand design and web design. This is a great way to keep track of how long your customers are staying with you and kind of the lifetime value you have. How you will edit this is you'll just right click up here and go to edit field. And you can go through and change all of these, change the colors, remove some of them. This is just any offer that they can purchase from you. You will also see, again, it looks exactly the same. This is the point where I would go in and fill in their address for any sort of like welcome gift. Account value, I add on to that is like as they purchase more offers. And then, some of this other stuff that you may not have had before, you can fill in. So this stuff here is more so for offboarding. So I always make sure that the testimonial form has been sent at the end and then check it off if the testimonial was received. Other than that, that is pretty much all I do with active. It just, when I do offboarding, I will move them to closed and one. And it's going to remove them. Yeah, so it's going to say that like the checklist is not done. We're going to continue anyways. And it's going to move her over to past clients. So it automatically adds a tag, past client, and it's in the closed one section. So again, you can see the testimonial here just to make sure that they've received or that you've received the testimonial and that you've sent the form. So that is pretty much everything that I do in terms of like walking people through my funnel. What you can do here is you can go and add another automation. If you have an offboarding checklist, you can go in and create another checklist, delete this within, the closed section. Make sure the offboarding is there and save this as a template as well. And maybe you call it like offboarding template. And then you just go up to automations and add another automation and say when the status changes from anything to here, closed and one. Then apply a template. And let's say it was like offboarding template, and then you would just create it. So that means when it's turned to closed, it's automatically going to add on that offboarding template as well. So if you want to leave the onboarding template on there, you totally can. You don't have to delete it. You can add a second checklist, up to you. So that is my CRM. The last thing that I just want to show you is, and this is something that you probably won't be able to see right now, but because I don't have anything that's lost, but I could go here and look at like the people who I did not end up signing on, and those were like my lost people. So other than that, I don't really look at any of these other views too much. This is just where you can kind of see visually how many people are in your funnel and what stage. I never use the calendar for CRM unless, I set a date for something, but usually that comes in over here on my everything tasks. So I hope that helps. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is a part of a ClickUp and Excel bundle. It's called the CEO System Bundle. All the details are down below in the video description. So go check it out.